just come back from a beautiful double yoga class, so relaxed. The last one was yin, so yeah, feeling very, very relaxed and chilled and stuff at the moment. It's lovely. When I'm on the yoga mat in Shavasana, I very often have wonderful inspired ideas come to me about business and life and things like that. I get a lot of guidance. It's really wonderful, like when I drop in and, I can just really sort of tune in and be connected. But then other days, like today, the ego and the fear mind comes in and decides to have a little bit of a chitter-chatter instead. So it's really interesting now. I've got myself to a place where I can go, oh, okay, that's really interesting, and be the curious observer and look at what it's bringing up and why, and what I obviously need to clear and heal and move through, rather than letting it stop me live my life. So it was to do with my yoga teacher training, which is coming up in 4 weeks. So now I'm starting to get really nervous. Most of you who know me know I've been wanting to do it for years now, and I was supposed to do it last January and then had to drop out because I broke my ankle. And I also had talked myself out of redoing it. I was like, really? I am just so petrified about the whole thing, about having to get tested and, do the sequences and have people like judge me and assess me and all of that kind of stuff, that I also then with the logical mind came in and went, it's, the course is quite expensive. The money could go to all these other healing things that I'm doing instead, which kind of makes more sense. The healing stuff makes more money. Yoga teachers don't make much money. Is it really worth doing all this time and effort just so I can teach yoga on retreats? Yada, yada, yada. So my logical mind came in and decided no. With the ego mind of the fear, with the fear and the logic, I decided, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I had just had this nagging feeling from my soul, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And I tried to talk myself out of it, but I really felt the soul nudges and I really listened. And about 6 months ago, I booked myself in to do my teacher training, which I've been mostly excited about this whole time, but I do have moments of freak out. But now that it's literally only 4 weeks away, I'm getting to the point where I'm really freaking out so much. So it was really interesting this morning when I actually had thoughts of just drop out. You don't have to do it. Even though, I'll be wasting nearly $5,000, who cares? Just drop out, just don't do it. It's just too scary. And then I was like, oh my God, like who's that saying that ridiculous stuff to me? Like seriously. So I really tuned in and went, okay, what are you really scared of? So I'm not actually scared of getting up and teaching a class at the end of it, funnily enough, because I got over my fear of public speaking the last 3 years through doing my workshops and my meditation teacher classes, which I'm happy to get up in front of 20 people, and I do not even have the slightest bit of butterflies and anxiety. Whereas the first one I ever did 3 years ago, I think I only had 5 people there, and I had a glass of wine at dinner to knock the nerves because I was shitting myself so badly. I was so nervous. So I've come a long way. Not scared of holding space and not scared of being people. I'm only scared of the test. I'm scared of being tested and judged, and I'm scared of not being good enough, mainly. That's the biggest thing. So it's beautiful. So being the curious observer, I'm like, okay, great. I know I need to work on that. So this afternoon, after I've got some Zoom clients and things to do, I'm going to actually take some time for myself and do some more PSYCH-K balances on myself around the stuff that's come up. So I'm so lucky to have this beautiful gift of PSYCH-K to actually help me through this really scary journey. Because at the end of the day, I love to be the girl that feels the fear and does it anyway. That's how I've been living my life for the last few years. If something's really challenging me and really, really scary, then I just seem to want to even do it more, because otherwise I'm just going to sort of feel guilty and beat myself up for not trying and for not doing it, rather than just actually getting in there and doing it. And often it's not as bad as I think it's going to be anyway. And then I'm epically proud of myself when I get there at the end. And for me, yoga has just been such a special journey, on this big epic healing journey that I have had. Yoga's been there for me the whole way through. It's helped me through addictions and hurts and deaths and pain. And it's just such a wonderful gift. I really sort of kept connected in and went, okay, why do you want to do this? I want to do it because I want to have more awareness and deepen my own practice for me on my healing journey. And then, yes, I would like to also share that with others, when I do my retreats and with some workshops and stuff as well, because I do find yoga really, really, really special. So the benefits way outweigh me being scared of doing some tests and getting judged for a minute. And with the beauty of the healing modalities that I do, I can go and do some kinesiology and some PSYCH-K, and I can work through it. And I'm not letting fear and ego stop me from doing things in my life. I'm just actually being the curious observer and going, okay, what are you so scared of? What's the underlying emotion? The underlying emotion is just fearing not being good enough. So I'm going to go and work on that today. So it's really cool. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because, are you someone that, just gets scared and then just doesn't do it? Or are you a person that actually moves through it? And if you do get scared, are you willing to actually look at why you're scared? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? Seriously, that's what helps me get through it. Because when I think about it, how many days are there going to be test days? Not that many, only a few. What's the worst possible thing that happens? Even if I fail, which I know I won't because I love to give everything my all, but even if I did, I still got all that beautiful knowledge and self-healing journey for myself as a worst case scenario, which I know is not going to happen. So, I am going to go for it. But I find it really interesting how the ego and the fear mind loves to come in and just be like, nah, just give up. Just give up. I want to keep you safe. I don't want you jumping out of your comfort zone and doing crazy things. Let's just be safe. Let's just give it up. Let's not do that, We are fighting up against that. And a lot of people out there do give in to the ego and do give in to fear rather than feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Great book by Susan Jeffers if you haven't read it and you are an anxiety fear person that lets things stop you from living your life. It really changed my life. Highly, highly recommend it. So that's my sharing for today. So leave comments if you like. I always love it when you leave comments, Are you letting ego and fear run your life, or are you a kind of feel the fear and do it anyway kind of gal? Do you weigh up the pros and cons and just go for it, So be the curious observer of your life. There's lessons and blessings in everything and every moment. Love, light and gratitude. Bye.